Hi, friends. Today you are going to take an exciting erudition test. Will you be able to answer 20 questions from different spheres: science, history, art, and even nature? Let's see who of you is a real polymath. Turn on logic, remember everything you know, and forward to new knowledge and interesting discoveries. And to not miss such cool challenges, subscribe to our channel. Let's go! Who is the author of the piece of music known today as Ave Maria? Franz Schubert, Frédéric Chopin, Johann Strauss, Antonio Vivaldi. Franz Schubert wrote the famous piece that is now known as Ave Maria. However, it was originally titled Ellen's Third Song. Schubert created the music based on the poet Walter Scott's verses translated into German. This composition has become one of the most famous and recognizable in musical culture, depicting the musical embodiment of prayer. Which philosopher said "I think, therefore I exist"? Plato, Aristotle, René Descartes, Socrates. René Descartes expressed the philosophical concept of "I think, therefore I exist." This famous statement became the foundation of his philosophical system. Descartes concluded that doubt about existence can be rejected because the very act of doubt confirms one's existence as a thinking subject. This position has become one of the key elements of modern Western philosophy, emphasizing the role of consciousness and reason in the process of cognition. What is the name of the monetary unit in Azerbaijan? Manat, lek, dinar, dollar. The manat has been the official currency of Azerbaijan since 1992, when it replaced the Soviet ruble. This currency is named after the ancient Azerbaijani coin manat, which was used in the 19th century. Who is the creator of the Creation of Adam fresco? Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, Michelangelo, Van Gogh. The Creation of Adam was created by Michelangelo Buonarroti. It is a famous fresco that is part of the decoration of the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican. This work took Michelangelo about 4 years to create, from 1508 to 1512, and it is considered one of the greatest works of art. Organic chemistry studies the compounds of which element? Oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon. Organic chemistry studies the compounds of carbon. This branch of science studies the chemical properties and structure of carbon compounds, including organic molecules such as hydrocarbons, amino acids, fats, and other important components of life. In what year did the first manned space travel occur? In 1957, in 1961, in 1969, in 1975. In 1961 is the year the first manned space travel occurred. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first man in space by making one revolution around the Earth in a Vostok 1 spacecraft. This historic flight took place on April 12, 1961, and opened the era of human spaceflight. What is the scientific study of mankind's past by the material traces left behind called? Ethnography, genealogy, archaeology, anthropology. The scientific study of humanity's past through the material traces left behind is called archaeology. Archaeology studies artifacts, remains, and other material traces to understand human history, culture, lifestyle, and development over time. What is the name of the highest mountain peak in the world? Everest, Kilimanjaro, Aconcagua, McKinley. The highest mountain peak in the world is called Everest. It is the highest point on Earth, located in the Himalayas, on the border of Nepal and China. Everest reaches a height of about 8,848 meters above sea level. Which tower has been falling for more than 800 years? Eiffel Tower, Pisa Tower, Macau Tower, Ostankino Tower. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is known for its tilting, which began shortly after construction began in 1173 due to unstable ground beneath the foundations. What science deals with questions of being and existence? Epistemology, axiology, metaphysics, numismatics. Metaphysics deals with questions of being and existence. This branch of philosophy studies the basic principles and structure of reality, seeking to understand the essence and fundamental principles of being, including questions about the nature of time, space, being and nothingness. Who was the first man in space? Yuri Gagarin, Neil Armstrong, John Glenn, Alexei Leonov. Yuri Gagarin's flight into space lasted only 108 minutes, but this feat made him a national and international hero and a symbol of success for Soviet cosmonautics. What did Columbus discover on his first expedition? America, Antilles, Martinique Island, Australia. Columbus discovered America on his first expedition. In 1492, he reached the Bahamas and then the island of San Salvador, which was the beginning of Spanish discovery and colonization of the Americas. Who developed the general theory of electromagnetic phenomena? Maxwell, Newton, Galileo, Einstein. The theory of the electromagnetic field was created by Maxwell in 1865. Which of the following planets has no natural satellites? Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Neptune. Venus is the only planet in the solar system that has no natural satellites. How many planets are there in the solar system? 7 planets, 9 planets, 8 planets, 6 planets. There are 8 planets in the solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. How many times is the Sun larger than the Earth? 110 times, 220 times, 330 times, 10 times. To be exact, the Sun's diameter is 109 times the Earth's diameter. At what altitude above sea level is the highest point on Earth? 6,119 meters, 8,848 meters, 10,392 meters, 5,192 meters. The highest point on Earth is 8,848 meters above sea level and is called Everest. It is the highest mountain in the world, located in the Himalayas between Nepal and Tibet. What is the largest country in Africa by area? Republic of Congo, Algeria, Sudan, Ethiopia. Algeria is the largest country in Africa by area. Located in the northwest of the continent, it covers an area of about 2.38 million square kilometers. The country is rich in oil resources and has a diverse natural landscape, including the Sahara in the south and the Mediterranean coast in the north. What is the process by which plants convert carbon dioxide into oxygen? Osmosis, photosynthesis, hydrolysis, diffusion. Photosynthesis is an amazing process that not only provides oxygen to plants but is also the basis for life on Earth. Green plants and some bacteria use light energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into organic compounds, releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. This process not only supports life on Earth but is also a key element of the food chain, as plants are the basis of food for many animals, including us humans. Which of these languages is not a Romance language? French, Spanish, German, Italian. The Romance languages are a group of languages and dialects belonging to the Italian branch of the Indo-European language family and genetically traced back to a common ancestor, Latin. The name Romance comes from the Latin word Romanus, Roman. German is not a member of the Romance languages. Thank you for watching. There are many more interesting tests on our channel. Check them all out and learn even more interesting things. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye, everybody.